I'm going to be going over the budget that I currently have here in the Philippines, what I normally spend in a month. I'm going to break it down to each item and give you the cost of each item, and basically the cost is going to be an estimate. Okay, it's not going to be an exact number like to the last penny or dollar or anything, but it was pretty interesting for me to put this video together because I thought that it was only about $400 a month I was spending. I thought it was close to that, but after I really looked at everything that I been spending, and I started writing it all down and everything, I found out that it wasn't $400. And so I'm gonna let you know how much it was though. So the first item is basically like household stuff and basically laundry expense and personal hygiene expense. Okay, now this is just for me, not for other people, but it was $15 a month here in the Philippines. And then food, drinks, and water is costing me $150 a month. Now, the water, I try to get the big containers. They're really, really big. I want to say maybe 6 gallons. I'm not sure exactly how much water's in there, but that's very low cost. It's only about $1 for that. And as far as food goes, this does count like eating out. So when I do eat out, I spend very little money when I eat out. Yeah, I don't, this is not counting like expensive meals or anything because I just don't do that. And eating at home, you know, same thing. I'm not eating lobster. I'm not eating caviar. I'm just eating like normal food, and I try not to spend a lot. So $150 for the food, drinks, water. You know, I will have some soda sometimes, or pineapple juice or whatever. And, you know, food, you know, like chicken, potatoes, stuff like that, you know. Menudo, different meals over here. Also some American meals like McDonald's, but I never spend a lot of money on those meals. So the next item is transportation. Transportation, I don't have like a bike, I don't have a car, I don't have anything like that. What I do is I get rides. So I'll get a ride from like a Grab taxi kind of thing sometimes, or maybe a trike, or a bus, or just a metro or whatever. But in this area where I'm at, I'm not really doing the taxis and stuff, even though all that stuff really does not cost a lot of money here in the Philippines. But my cost for transportation that I'm spending now is it's about $20 a month. And as far as electricity goes, okay, so we're talking about power. Power for me, I have to split it because I live in a home with a family, and basically we split the electric bill. So that is about $60 a month for me. Okay, now here's the kicker. I don't have rent, but I do have a girlfriend. The reason I don't have the rent is because the girlfriend has a family that allows us to stay at their place. Once again, we do pay on the electric bill, but we don't have to worry about the rent. Now, it's not, you know, it's not like living in a mansion or anything, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't cost anything. And so there you go, zero on the rent. But here's the kicker. Girlfriend, I cover her expenses. So the girlfriend basically, with like her hygiene and her food, drinks, water, transportation, that kind of stuff, it comes out to $180 a month. Okay, and here's a couple things that she doesn't have to worry about. I have to deal with visa for the government here in the Philippines. So my cost on that has increased. They have went up on it a little bit. But here's the thing, there is an express fee. And if you have to pay that express fee, it is higher than not having to do that. In Manila, I was able to skip out on the express fee, but here I haven't been able to do that, and I've had to pay it. So anyway, it's been running me about $30 a month. Okay, and here's the last thing, nicotine. I do use these. I have gotten off of them before, and then I'm back on them again. So I keep quitting, but I keep getting back on them. I'm not a beer drinker, so I did have one beer this month, you know, but as far as like, you know, this is like my pleasure, basically. So the nicotine pouches here, you know, I mean, it's gonna be similar like a cigarette price, but it's running me about $20 a month on this. Something I'm trying to get back off of so I can save that $20 a month. I don't live fancy, you know. I mean, these are the things that I spend, and I'm not living like an outlandish lifestyle. I think that's how you say it, outlandish. But anyway, now there is some extras out there, right? There's clothes, there's entertainment, there's trips, and there's like giving some donations to people or tips at places or whatever, stuff like that. That's just extra stuff that you can add into the total that I'm about to give you, which is $475. So all those items, $475. And if you decide to enjoy more entertainment, trips, clothes, and merchandise, and let's see, give out donations and tips, then yeah, that could run higher. But what I'm spending without any of that is $475 a month. And I do take part in a little bit of that. Some, you know, I just did a trip recently, and you know, I may give a tip or may donate a little money to someone, stuff like that. But you know, I normally don't like give a lot of money out to people. But anyway, $475 a month, that is the total. And here's the thing, if I decided to rent a place, let's say that me and my girlfriend, we went somewhere else and we decided to rent a place somewhere. Okay, the cost on that in the Philippines is normally somewhere between, for places that I would look at and be interested in, not like the lowest price place or not like the highest, but normally most of the places that I would look at would be between $200 a month to $600 a month. And personally, I would probably pick something around $400 a month. It would be a nice place. It would be really up to my standards, which is sort of high. I mean, I'm from America, and basically it would be something that I would really like. But it wouldn't be overspending like the $600 a month. So if I was to do that, then that $475 would then become $875 a month. But right now, I'm spending about $475 a month for all those items. Thank you for watching. And I like to say a thank you to the people that have helped me get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much for all your support, and have a blessed day.